I went on 3 of the most popular catamaran excursions in the entire Caribbean to see which cruise port actually has the best catamaran experience. By the end of this video, I promise you'll be racing to book your next sail and snorkel adventure.
Did you try it?
I tried it. It's fantastic.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if it's your first time here, my name is Simba and I'm your personal guide to everything shore excursions. Today we're back in the Caribbean, guys, and we're going to be looking at 3 of the most booked, most reviewed and most fun catamaran excursions that you can do on your next vacation. These excursions are going to be total value for money, guys. They're going to be worth every penny. And I would know because I went on these excursions, all 3 of them, guys, and oh boy, did I have a good time. Look, I know choosing the right excursion can make or break your cruise vacation, which is why I make these videos for you guys. So if you find this video enjoyable or helpful, hopefully both, consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the future cruise content. Before we jump into today's excursions, I feel it's very important for us to clear out a few things that I've seen a lot of cruisers get confused about when it comes to catamaran excursions. A big part of the catamaran experience is the snorkeling. Some might even argue it's the most important part, depending on who you ask, of course. That means you have to be at least a decent swimmer to enjoy this excursion to the fullest. Yes, life jackets are usually mandatory for snorkeling excursions, especially if you book through the cruise. But if you're not a swimmer, you'll miss out on about half of the experience that you're paying for. For the 3 excursions that we're looking at today, I'm going to give you as much information as I can. But as always, on Simba ShoreX, if you have any questions, any comments, drop them down in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the first excursion. The first excursion takes us to Cozumel, everybody's favorite Caribbean port. There's always tons to do in Cozumel, and they have some of the most beautiful blue waters in the entire Caribbean. While they have a lot of catamaran excursions here, there is one that absolutely stands out and is almost always booked out: the Fury Catamaran Deluxe Beach Sail and Snorkel. This excursion is rated a solid 4.4 out of 5 by hundreds of cruisers on Carnival's website. This one's all about the party atmosphere and the all-inclusive beach experience. We sailed out on a spacious catamaran with an open bar, and I mean open bar. The crew really keeps the drinks flowing, the music pumping, and the energy way out. Just like the other excursions on this list, the drinks only start after the snorkeling ends. So if you're not swimming, take this opportunity to enjoy the breathtaking ocean views and snap those vacation photos on an empty catamaran while everybody's out there snorkeling. The snorkeling was pretty decent. There's tons of fish to see along the Chankanab Reef. The water was clear and the marine life was active. After about 30 to 40 minutes of snorkeling, the open bar actually opened up and we headed to Fury Beach. This is a private beach that's actually owned by the Fury guys. And this is where this excursion really shines, especially for families. Gorgeous sand, crystal clear water, this place was fantastic. What I loved the most was we didn't need to fight for loungers or umbrellas. The crew had everything ready and there was enough for everyone. And by the way, the drinks keep flowing while you're at the beach too. There are hammocks, day beds, all free to use. Kayaks, paddleboards, and giant floats in the water. It's easy to feel like a kid again at Fury Beach. Now, while this is an all-inclusive experience, there are a couple things that are important to note. Food is considered an extra, which does make sense. The whole excursion is about 4 hours anyway. You can get away with a good breakfast before the excursion and be back in time for lunch on the ship. If you want to purchase food, that can only be done at the beach, and it's really just burgers that cost about 12 bucks. I did try the burger, absolutely delicious. But 12 bucks worth of delicious? Let's just say the jury is still out on that one. Another extra you can purchase at the beach is a massage. On average, you can expect to pay about $1 a minute, depending on how busy it is, of course. From what I hear, it's totally worth it. Between the beach, paddleboarding, booze, and just relaxing, it felt like time just sped right through this excursion. I can confidently say this excursion is great value for money, even before you factor in the amazing crew and the party vibe on the sail back to the port. This was a very memorable experience.
Are we ready? Woo!
I've actually done this excursion twice now, and I would totally do it for a third time. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Be on my YouTube channel, by the way.
What's that?
You're gonna be on my YouTube channel.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
The whole banter should be part of it.
They're holding hands and everything.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, one.
The couple that slides together dies together.
There you go.
Welcome, Cozumel.
Thank you, bro.
Our next excursion takes us to the beautiful island of Roatan. I did this excursion out of Mahogany Bay or Isla Tropicale, depending on when you're watching this video. This is a Carnival-owned port and a great destination for families. And for all my snorkelers out there, you know Honduras has some of the best snorkeling reefs around, which makes it perfect for a second catamaran excursion, the Jolly Roger Catamaran Sailing and Snorkel. This is the most popular excursion you can book here if you want to have the best snorkeling experience.
Gracias, señor. Salud.
It is also worth noting that it scores an impressive 4.7 out of 5 on Carnival's website, so you know it's packed with value. The standout feature for this one, the snorkeling. We sailed out to a beautiful reef area and we had such a blast in the water. The snorkeling was a truly guided experience, and the guides pointed out all the marine life as we snorkeled. Tons of fish, a ray or two, and we even saw an octopus. The reef was very much alive with coral reef. It was truly incredible. After all that snorkeling, you do work up an appetite, and the Jolly Roger Catamaran, well, on this one you get an authentic Caribbean lunch included. The jerk chicken was very juicy and very tender, and I honestly think it's probably the best chicken I've had on an excursion. It was really good. I would still advise having a good breakfast before this excursion as well, just in case you don't like the food provided, but honestly, everyone seemed to enjoy it. The drinks are also included on this one, and the rum punch was... It really packed the punch, guys. The rum punch was crazy. I absolutely enjoyed this excursion and made some friends on it too. The experience was memorable, and I highly recommend this one. Now, here's something I wish somebody had told me. The next time I go on this excursion, I'll probably purchase one of the cool Jolly Roger t-shirts that they sell on the boat. Hopefully I do get on it. It was really fun. I couldn't get one the first time because they only accepted cash and I didn't have enough on me. So remember, it's always good to carry cash for purchases, souvenirs, and tips when going on these excursions. You don't want to regret not being able to buy something you really want, or maybe you want to leave a good tip because you had a great service. So always carry cash. Now, moving on to the last and final entry on the list, we have to go all the way down to St. Thomas. If you've never been to St. Thomas, I've got to tell you that this is one beautiful island. The water here looks absolutely stunning and the beaches don't look real at all. To be honest, you can't go wrong with many of the catamaran excursions here, but there's one that really stands out above the rest. It's one of the few Carnival excursions that is a perfect 5 out of 5 score on Carnival's website. This is the St. John Sailing on Catamaran, which was until recently also called the St. John Champagne Catamaran because they actually do serve champagne on this catamaran. Talk about class, guys. What also makes this different from the other 2 catamaran excursions we've already looked at is that the catamaran is not docked in the port. We had to take a 40-minute shuttle ride to the catamaran, which is on the other side of the island. I actually found this to be quite an interesting mini tour of the island. The route we took was very scenic. It takes you high up the mountain and through local neighborhoods. It is a bit bumpy, but it's all part of the adventure, right? Oh, and before I forget, like the name of the excursion suggests, we're actually sailing out to St. John too. Most people that visit St. Thomas don't even get to visit St. John because the only way to get there is by ferry or on an excursion like this one. We sailed for about 45 minutes and all I could see for miles was beautiful blessed water and stunning mansions and hotels along the coastline. Since St. Thomas is part of the US territory, there are quite a lot of rich and famous people who vacation here and have vacation homes and yachts in the area. It's pretty cool to see. The cruise to St. John was a fairly smooth one, but it can get a bit rough, so I recommend having some Dramamine on hand in case you get seasick. This is mostly if you know yourself, you get seasick really easy, but honestly, I don't think you'll need it.
We're not going to inhale that water, okay? That's called drowning.
Once we got to Solomon Bay, the catamaran anchored and the snorkeling began. Angelfish, clownfish, cuttlefish, some turtle. There was plenty to see in the water. For someone who only learned how to swim as an adult, I do enjoy a good snorkeling session. There is also a dinghy attached to the catamaran that ferried us between the Cat and the honeymoon beach. Being on the dinghy makes you feel like SEAL Team 6 on a super secret mission as you whisk across the calm blue ocean. It's honestly so much fun. On this excursion, the snorkeling is absolutely optional and unguided too. You can choose to stay on the catamaran the whole time and enjoy the drinks or the views, or hop on the dinghy to explore the beach. The beach is absolutely gorgeous and is kept as natural as possible since St. John is actually a protected national park. There's not much happening on the beach except some chair rentals and a snack shop. The chairs and umbrellas cost about $20 to rent, which I thought was a bit much since you're only there for an hour max. But the beach itself is absolutely pristine and gorgeous. Once everyone was back on the boat, the party started and the mimosas started flowing. The crew served out a couple of platters filled with crackers, cheese, and cold meats. but those disappeared as soon as they came out, so I unfortunately didn't get a bite, so I cannot tell you how it was, but I'm sure it was delicious, which would explain how fast they went anyway. The crew is absolutely fantastic, and I honestly feel this excursion is more of a relaxed party vibe and a sailing experience with some optional snorkeling. It's perfect if you just want to soak in the views, go to St. John, sip champagne, and just enjoy the Caribbean lifestyle. As you can see, all three of these excursions, absolutely fantastic, guys. While at the basic of it, they are all sailing and snorkeling, they each offer something uniquely different. That's what makes them so amazing. Just to quickly recap, Fury Catamaran in Cozumel is a great all-rounded experience with more focus on a party atmosphere and fun in the sun at Fury Beach. It's perfect for active families and anyone who loves motorsports and a lively vibe. Jolly Roger in Roatan offers the best guided snorkeling experience and is the only one on this list that has a full lunch included. If you're serious about seeing marine life up close, this is your pick. St. John Sailing in St. Thomas, a relaxed sightseeing coastal sail with snorkeling from a pristine beach and a dose of champagne. It's classy, it's chill, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's truly hard for me to choose which of these excursions is better than the other, so let me know down in the comments which one you think takes the crown as the #1 catamaran experience in the Caribbean. I really want to hear your thoughts. While I can't decide ultimately which of these three is the absolute best experience, I can tell you which one I had the most fun on. And it was, drumroll, the Fury Catamaran in Cozumel. I'm an active guy. I love to do stuff, and the Fury excursion just had a lot going on. I really enjoyed the snorkeling, paddleboarding, and scaling those giant floats. It just hit different for me, I guess. Guys, I hope this video was packed with value and it helped you discover your next catamaran excursion for the Caribbean. I hope to see you in another video where we're going to explore even more excursions. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment below with your favorite excursion, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a Simba Shorex video ever again. I've got so much more cruise content coming your way, and you're not going to want to miss it. Remember, plan less and enjoy more. Until next time, see you guys.
You tried it.
I tried it. It's fantastic.